Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Home Cooking with Peter Serpico. I'm Peter, and today, this is our 14th video. We will be making a vegetable hash, okay? So we're gonna throw a couple twists into it, but you guys can keep it pretty classic or however you wanna do it, okay? So this is what we have that we're gonna put in it. We have bacon to start. Make sure when you're buying bacon, you know exactly what you're buying. So this is organic bacon, hickory smoked, no sugar, uncured. So what that means is that it doesn't have the sweetness, it doesn't have the saltiness, and it's got a little bit smoky. Hickory smoked is usually pretty smoky, okay? So we have that. And then we have just some normal Idaho potatoes, red pepper, cauliflower, carrot, garlic, onion, and scallion. Okay, so we're gonna make like a pretty vegetable heavy hash. Okay, whoop, dropped a carrot. Oh. Okay, so with carrots, I never peel them. I feel like it's a huge waste. If you get nice carrots and you just scrub them, you don't need to peel them. It's a waste of time, I feel like, and it's just a waste of product. So today I'm gonna mix it up a little bit, and we are gonna start, we're gonna cook some of the things in the microwave. This is a product that Steph Chen and David Chang launched. It's called the AnyDay, and it is designed to cook in the microwave, okay? And I know, please don't get freaked out about the metal in the microwave. Someone designed this specifically for microwave cooking. Someone that knows way more about microwaves than you or me. Okay, and I guarantee you it's safe, and we use it every day in our house, almost. Okay, so I'm gonna get a head start. Let's start with the bacon. We're gonna render the bacon. Okay, we have it on 5. We'll put a little bit of fat in there. Hash is unfortunately one of those things that it needs a decent amount of fat in it. Okay. So we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil in there, and then we're gonna cut our bacon. Let's use, for this amount of hash, let's use 3 slices of bacon, okay? All right, so we'll just cut it in half, and we'll just cut it into pieces, okay? We're looking to render the fat, and obviously add that smoky flavor to it, okay? Beautiful. You put the bacon in the fridge. And like I said, this bacon is uncured, and it doesn't have no sugar too. So it's when it comes down to it, it's like a lighter seasoned bacon. Okay, so that means that we can add a little bit of salt to it. And I'm a really big fan of like the black pepper bacon. So I will add a little bit of black pepper. I know Charlie doesn't like that much black pepper, but we'll just put a little bit in there. Okay. And then we'll toast it up too, okay? And let's get our spatula moving. So we're at 5 right now out of 10. We started it at medium. If you hear it, that's like, it's pretty hot, okay? So for hash, we could probably, we'll start it hot just because there's a lot of fat in the bacon and we're trying to get that out. So we'll render it down and then maybe turn it down a little bit, okay? We can actually do that now. All right, so let's turn it down to 3, so like medium-low, okay? All right, so the AnyDay, ready? So we're just gonna take our potatoes. We'll cut them pretty small. Okay, pop them in the container. And I'll show you how you can basically cut your time in half. Okay. These are just regular Idaho potatoes. I like to keep the skin on, so I like the flavor of the skin. And the skin is where most of the nutrients are anyways, okay? And it saves time. All right, so carrots, any of your hard vegetables, okay? We'll just cut those in chunks as well. No big deal. Okay. Beautiful. I'll add a little bit of salt to it. Okay. And we'll add a touch of water. Okay. Pop the lid on. And I'd say this needs to steam for about, we'll say 7 minutes, okay? Let's turn our pan down to even 1 now, okay, with our bacon. We're starting to get some color on it. And we're just looking to render it. It doesn't really need to be like super crispy. You're not gonna feel the texture so much in the hash. It's more about the flavor with this. Okay, if you want really crispy bacon, I would suggest that you render it first, and then put it on like a towel or a plate or a bowl, and then kind of sprinkle the crispy bacon on top. If you're really into crispy bacon. Okay, so this, we'll put it in for 6 minutes, okay? And it depends on your microwave. Our microwave is 1,000 watt. So if you go to the website or follow them on Instagram, they have some really cool recipes with just microwave cooking. You can kind of cook things from frozen. You can make rice in there. I think Dave posted a mashed potato recipe the other day that looked delicious. Macaroni and cheese, where he cooked the pasta in the microwave from raw. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Okay, so bacon's rendering. We will cut our garlic. Don't be crazy about the size you cut it for hash. I personally like pretty chunky vegetables for my hash. Okay, so this goes in. Onion. This is just regular like Spanish onion. You know, nothing crazy. Okay. And like I said, pretty chunky vegetables. Okay. Red pepper. You can use any pepper you like, green pepper. I found that green pepper actually tastes stronger than any of the other peppers. But we always buy like the mix, the red, orange and green or whatever. Okay. Okay, so my pan is at 2 right now, 2 out of 10, so it's at pretty low. All right, and there is a lot, it looks like there is a lot of fat, but once you add your potatoes and your vegetables, you need that fat to kind of glaze everything, okay? To get that nice, you want that nice fond on the bottom that is synonymous with a really good hash, okay? Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna cut this. All right, big chunks, like I said. Okay, and then, oh, whoops, forgot a piece of garlic. And we'll add, this is the last of the cauliflower we have, so we'll just add this too. There's nothing wrong with more vegetables in your hash. Okay, and because you see how the more vegetables I add, the more the pan cools down. So we'll just turn it up to 3. Real clunky, okay? Real clunky vegetables. And then they'll break apart naturally when they start to cook down a little bit. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. Anything that's like tough, like this cauliflower stem, I would probably cut it a little bit more, okay? We can break this apart. Don't be afraid to use your hands too. The knife doesn't have to do all the work. Okay. And you see how much vegetable is in here. Okay. And then we'll add a little bit more salt. Right. Remember, the bacon was uncured. If the bacon was cured, I probably wouldn't add 1 of the rounds of salt. But that's why you need to know your ingredients. Okay. So we're at 3. The bacon's rendering nice. The vegetables are getting a touch of color on them. Everything's cooking down nice. And this is just exactly what we're looking for, okay? And it does look real greasy right now, but once you add your potatoes and your other vegetables, like I said, and remember we use, so we're gonna get the bacon fat, and we use olive oil too, okay? Okay, so we'll just keep cooking this down. And when you see, okay, so now we're all done with our knife work except for the scallion. So why don't we just cut the scallion and then we will be done with the cutting board. Okay, done with the knife. Done with the cutting board. Okay, so now you hear this. It's definitely starting to get a little bit hotter. The pan's recovering from all the vegetables being in here. We're still only at a 3 out of 10. Okay. And all the vegetables are cooking down, getting nice color on them. Okay. And this is exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so we want, I feel like a good hash has a good combination of like broken down and soft, but also still a little bit of bite. Okay? And you really want to get that fond on the bottom. Okay? But we can get that slow too. You don't have to, as you see from all of my cooking videos, nothing has to be on a super high heat. I think we've only gone up to 5, which is medium on this burner. Okay, so the cauliflower and the potatoes are done. Okay, we'll just let them steam out for a little bit. I think that was 6 minutes, right? Okay. Beautiful. Okay, the vegetables are getting nice and soft. Beautiful. Okay. Peppers are cooking nice. Everything looks really, really delicious. The bacon's still rendering some fat. Okay. And like I said, you can switch it up if you want to. If you really like crispy bacon, or if you like sausage, like the the breakfast sausage that's got a lot of fennel in it, fennel seed. That's delicious. You can use that as well. Or instead of, if you don't eat pork, or you're on a diet, and you don't want to use pork or any pork product or any meat, feel free to not use meat. Okay, but if you do something like that, I would suggest making sure that you start your hash a little bit harder, so that you get nice caramelized vegetables. So you kind of get like a deeper flavor to your hash. Okay, so now we're just going to add the potatoes. Okay, these are, it looks like these are cooked. They're cooked. Okay. And remember, we did add a little bit of fat to the and salt to the potatoes originally. So we won't add any salt right now until maybe closer to the end. Okay, look how good this looks though. Smells really good too. Okay, and like I said, see the potatoes? See how they're cooked and they're gonna start to break down on the outside, okay? That's what we're looking for. And then also, you see all this liquid here? This is like potato starch. See how it's like gluey? Okay, that's also going to help your hash. That's all the starch that's in the potato. Okay. So we're just going to keep cooking this down. Okay, and it all depends how you want your your hash to be. If you want to keep it nice and chunky like this, you can keep it nice and chunky. If you want it to be like more of like a mashed potato consistency, you can just use like a potato masher or a fork. So now we're at a point, see, where we're getting this fond on the bottom, and you see all the potato starch too, okay? So now I would say let's add a little bit of water. Okay, we can just use this same bowl, all right? We'll add a little bit of water and kind of get that fond off the bottom. We'll deglaze with some water, okay? Beautiful. And you want that fond to go right on and glaze all the vegetables. Like I said, this is not something that looks beautiful. If it looks beautiful, it's probably not going to taste that great, okay? This is more like diner style. That's what we're looking for, okay? Diner style hash. That's when it's the best. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll help you after this video. Okay. All right. So, and you see, it looks like so all the fond is off the bottom. So that's all the flavor from all the vegetables and the bacon and everything. So what we'll do now is that, like, see how it's still like really chunky? We can just add more water. No big deal. This is real cooking. Okay. So you add a little bit more water. Okay. We can bring it to a boil and just let it cook down a little bit more. If we wanted to, we could cover it with a lid, okay? Because the cauliflower seems like it could cook a little bit more. Let's just do that. Let's cover it with a lid, okay? We have this beautiful tight-fitting lid, right? Perfect. So now we're kind of just cooking everything really fast. It's at 5 right now. Okay, so it's on medium heat. We'll let it steam out a little bit more, kind of get everything together. So everything cooks together. All right, and while I'm doing this, let me get a plate. Okay, beautiful. All right, so let's take a peek at it, okay? And remember with the lid, it's not gonna reduce. If you're looking for a reduction, you can't have a lid on it, okay? So any water we have in there is gonna kind of go up to the lid and then just come back down, all right? So now we're just kind of looking to boil everything together, get that fond off the bottom, and just kind of create like a really thick stew. And then we'll finish it up. I'll show you. Just because we wanted the cauliflower to cook a little bit more and start breaking down. Okay, cauliflower is one of those things that, like, it'll be hard, and then it'll be cooked nice, and then it'll be overcooked immediately. For something like hash, overcooked cauliflower is, I think, almost a better thing because it'll glaze all the vegetables. Okay, so you almost want it to start breaking down a little bit. Okay. Over here, beautiful. Okay, you see it, right? Starting to break down. Okay, and you start to see the potatoes starting to break down. That looks great. Okay, and the liquid's starting to evaporate, and it's like really starchy too. Okay, so now it's like glazing everything up. Okay, and if you find that, like, maybe sometimes you feel like you didn't cook or cut your vegetables small enough, I just like to go in there with some scissors and kind of cut them up. Okay. Okay, just like that. You see that? All right. And now let's cook this for about. Let's add a little bit more water. One more round, and let's do the same thing again. Lid on. Okay. Lid on. It's on medium heat. Like I said, it's going to recover really fast. Hi, baby. You want to say hi? Charlie sweating me down for another Milkisa. What flavor is that? Melon? Okay. You gonna have some hash with me? Yeah? Okay, beautiful.
That was funny that the guy.
Okay. So we're boiling now, right? Like I said, the induction burner kind of recovers super fast. It's very different than using gas. So there is a learning curve if you have induction at your house. This is not, although it might look the same, this is not, there's been like glass. They have some ranges that are glass and they're electric. So it looks the same as induction, but it's definitely not. Okay, where it's just a coil that heats up. Yeah. Okay. It's a coil that heats, or a glass surface that heats up, and it's just like a hot plate essentially. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with using a stove like that, but it doesn't recover as fast as an induction does. Okay, so there is a difference. Okay, so now we're looking really good. You see how it's like glazed up? You see how everything looks a little bit darker? Everything looks like it's kind of married together, all the flavors, right? The potatoes are breaking down. The peppers are softening up. The cauliflower is softened. We missed one big cauliflower here. We'll cut that a little bit, and then we're good. Okay? Yeah, give me a, okay. Let me get a glass for my daughter. Excuse me.
What's up, guys? He's gonna be back.
Okay, here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just trying not to go to the camera because it might knock over, you know?
Okay. All right, so here we go. All right. So now I think we're done, ready to go. All right, we'll finish with a little bit of the scallion. Okay. We'll cook the scallion just a little bit.
There's a fly in here.
Okay, let's get another glass. Give me a second, okay? I'm almost done. Okay, and now we just want to season it or taste it one more time before we give it the final season, okay?
Hold on, I'm going to be very careful.
And we'll eat a piece of cauliflower.
You mean taste.
Oh, that's really good. Okay.
Oh. Okay. I think I'm
Beautiful.
going to stand on this table, okay?
Give me a second, I'm almost done. All right, let's turn the power off. Okay. And let's plate the hash. Turned out really good. Okay. And this is like a perfect breakfast. You can put a fried egg on it if you want. You can eat it with toast. You can eat it as is. I personally would just rather eat it as is. You get all the texture of the vegetables. It's really, really good. Okay? So let's put this in here.
How do you like that, Papa? We love veggies.
We love veggies, yeah?
I don't know if you guys can see on my Who just said? Excuse me.
Hey.
I said excuse me.
Okay. All right. Let's style this a little bit. Looks great. If you want, you can save a couple scallions for the top, you know, to garnish on top. But this is just, for us, this is about home cooking. And we just want to make it taste really good. Please don't touch the, all right. So here you go. A nice, beautiful vegetable hash.
Yep. You can
Okay, you have
steam it.
bacon, cauliflower, carrot, potato, red pepper, so a ton of vegetables. Beautiful. Enjoy, guys. Thank you so much for joining us again. We look forward to posting some more videos. Please make sure you like and subscribe at the bottom, and we'll see you again real soon. Thanks, guys.
Bye. You watch another video, please.